All right, we have brutal news coming out of Giants training camp. On Tuesday's practice, Giants wide receiver Calvin Austin was carted off the field with what was described as a serious knee injury. On Wednesday, he did in fact suffer a season-ending torn ACL injury, and it's just unfortunate. I was really looking forward to watching Austin play with this team this year. I think he would have been the slot receiver replacement for Wan'Dale Robinson. I think he also would have been somebody that Jaxson Dart relied on heavily in the passing game. And this injury really comes at the wrong time. I mean, he was not only going to make the team out of camp, but he was going to play in week one, and he was going to be a huge part of this offense. As I mentioned, he was primed to be the Giants' starting slot receiver, but also their kick/punt returner with Gunnar Olszewski sidelined with a season-ending injury suffered earlier in the offseason. I do think this shakes things up a little bit at the wide receiver positional battle, as two players who were on the bubble of making the 53-man roster, I think now will ultimately end up making the team. Odell Beckham Jr. and Braxton Berrios, I think, are now likely locks to make the Giants' 53-man roster out of camp. OBJ is a fan favorite. Everyone's rooting for him to make the team out of camp. And he's shown off a couple of vintage one-hand catches in practice that makes you wonder, is it 2017, 2018 again? And Braxton Berrios is somebody that can fill that role that Austin would have filled as the slot receiver and returner as well. So I think this also closes the door on a possible Darnell Mooney trade, which the Giants were fielding offers for last week. And that being said, here are my 6 wide receivers I have making the team with Austin being out for the season. I have the Giants keeping Malik Nabers, Darnell Mooney, Malachi Fields, Darius Slayton, Odell Beckham Jr., and Braxton Berrios.